I think Korea broke my heart a couple times.
Wow, okay.
Because I would trust people, I would trust that relationship.
Yeah.
By the way, if anybody's telling you we're family.
Oh my God, Maria. I've heard that so many times.
Do you have a red flag that we can like?
The guy on what is it, Instagram, there's this guy who flies a red flag. He needs to fly that red flag.
Yes.
Every time a person is like, oh, you're like my sister, you're like my daughter. No, you're not.
Yeah, let me buy you coffee.
Yeah.
I need to speak with you, but let's go to the coffee shop. I'll buy you something first.
And I fell for that a lot of times too, so
Yes.
don't worry. I have
Me
also
too.
fallen for it. Yeah.
Korea was the first country that I'm like, oh my God, I love these people. I want to live here. This is like so heartwarming,
Yeah,
you know,
generous, kind.
friendly,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I'm like, I love Koreans. I want to stay here forever.
Yeah.
And I remember at the time, some Korean friends like, hey, like hold your horses.
Calm
You're-
down.
Yeah, you're a little too enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Like just wait. You don't know them enough. But I was
Yeah.
like, heart first, you know. And it hurts like a motherfucker when. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, it hurts because you trust them, and sometimes it's just financially. Sometimes it's emotional too, because you're like, how could you treat me like that, right? And by the way, when I say heartbreaks, I'm talking business.
Yeah.
I had no time for like other heartbreaks.
Yeah, it's a business heartbreak.
It's a business heartbreak.
Yeah. Let me give you a snippet of the worst one that I've had. It's probably going to be a story time for the channel someday. But there is this CEO that I had met, who's a woman, who I really trusted. Like she was always like, you're like my daughter. Let me show you my house. I went to her house. Let me buy you coffee. She even bought me like an Hermes scarf and an Hermes lip balm. You know, just like really like, you know, buttering me up, right? Fast forward.
If this was a guy, I would be like,
Oh, this is a guy. See, that's the thing. I never thought a woman would do this. That's why I fell into it even harder, right? Fast forward, her brother starts harassing me. She sees it, doesn't say anything. We went to Kenya together recently. This is November. We went to Kenya together. It hit the fan. Didn't say shit. If anything, she took his side over my side. Did not say shit. And that's when I was like, yeah, this whole you're my daughter thing is fake. They do not care about you. Girl,
yeah,
I'm still, like, I never thought it would happen again. Because, I mean, you know, I'm older now.
Yeah,
I've learned.
right.
And blah, it still happens.
yeah.
Yeah, and it really sucks because it makes you not trust people at all. Like, even when people are like, oh, I want to help you, I'm always like, what's the catch?
Right.
Like, why do you want to
Right.
help me? Which, that's not normal.
I'm honestly talking business with people. I'm like, what's in it for you? Like, let's not pretend we don't know
Yeah.
what's going on here.
Yeah.
Like, just come.
Just
clean.
tell me what you
tell
want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you will never think somebody is just trying to help you anymore.
And it's sad because I'm
So sad.
pretty sure there are people out there that would just be helping because
Yeah.
they're,
Nice
good,
people.
good heart.
Yeah, kind people. But
Yeah.
if somebody comes up to me and they're like, oh, we'll do this for you for free. I'm just like, nah, there's something you want.
Yeah.
Just spill it.
Right.
Which really sucks because, yeah, you really want to, trust the kindness of people. But because you've been, like your heart has been broken so many times before, it gets, harder.
Yeah.
Because that feeling sucked.
We need to have like a host to interview you
Oh, my
because
God,
I think
girl.
you have some very juicy stuff.
I have a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody ever wants to interview me, I'll probably me interviewing myself. Sit here,
be
jump
so
over here, jump over here.
Do it. I love it.
It will be the most chaotic episode ever. But
5
back to
hours
you.
recording.
Literally. You know what's crazy? I've actually told this story before on the podcast, but I've ended up scrapping that episode because there's always something that goes wrong. So I'm just like, maybe it's just not the time to tell the
Right,
story.
right.
But I've told it twice already. First time I told it was 3 hours long, and then the lighting was terrible. Scrapped. Second time I told it, the audio was terrible. Scrapped. So I'm just like, maybe God's like, chill
I
out.
was going to say. Yeah.
God is like, take it slow, Paris.
When you get the signs, listen.
I'm like, you know what? It's not the time yet.
Yeah.
The time will come when I tell you guys this long story. Like, you
Yeah.
guys thought Daniel's story was bad. Oh, baby. You have no idea. You have no idea. My story is more.
If you start doing like a no face, like a messed up voice, this podcast, I don't know if YouTube's going to allow it. It might
Funny
be.
enough, it's actually an option. to come on the podcast
Yeah.
anonymously, because I know some people are, terrified to tell these stories of their, stuff that's happened to them. But that's always an option. I'm always like, come on the podcast. I will put a paper bag on your head. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I won't do that. But I will change your voice and you can sit over there, not on camera. But I'm sorry, back to you. So are there any other significant difficulties that you think you faced, or?
So I've been thinking lately about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think some of the difficulties I faced in Korea were going to be difficulties I faced anywhere, even if I had stayed in Brazil.
Yeah.
It's my personality, things I had to learn, different way of dealing with situations, So a lot of it, I cannot, put Korea has done this to me.
Yeah.
No, it was me. I kind of walked into some situations.
Yeah.
No regrets. Like if you learn something and try always to learn stuff from whatever situation you're in,
Yeah.
there's so much value in that.